For as God. You can call this maybe part three, put in a separate video whenever you see it. YouTube is filled with scams, filled with people trying to make that YouTube money. I think some of them, most of them, probably do have your best interests. But at the end of the day, they're like everyone else. They're trying to survive. But it's more of the sincerity. It's more of the fraud, the manipulation that we gotta take in consideration. And I get it. We all have to survive. Being a YouTuber is a business like anything else. I get it. People go through things. You go to nine to five, and things happen. You don't want to do it again. And things happen, and I get it. But it's the problem that I have with these YouTube channels is the scammery. It's the manipulation. It's the acting. It's the fraud. Particularly with a lot of these life coaches. All they have to do is say what people want to hear, and it's really not that hard to tell people what they want to hear. You just gotta have your common sense. If you're gonna have some kind of common sense, you know about etiquette, you know how to talk to people, and it's easy to say things in order to weed in that money, even though if you don't really mean it, even if you don't believe it, even if you have some kind of another agenda. So as users, again, I don't like to tell people what to do. I think a lot of people should have the intelligence to be able to make the right choices and understand that we all make mistakes, and to not keep repeating those mistakes, but to be very careful on YouTube, because there's a lot of scams going on. I'm particularly talking about the so-called life coaches, the gurus, the I guess you can say the pro-black channels. A lot of them, they may have somewhat of your best interest, but at the end of the day, they just want that money. They're just gonna say anything, make up stories, make up information in order to get that money. Maybe some of them already are wealthy, but they just want to make that money, and they're going to manipulate words. Users and supporters have to be careful. Be very vigilant. I've been on YouTube since the beginning of the YouTube Google merger, and I've seen it all. I've seen channels that seem legit and then turned out to be scammers. Seen them being exposed, and the lies, the frauds. I've seen it all. And to get so attached to a YouTuber, I've learned my lesson. I'll still listen to some people, but I'll still keep my distance just in case. I don't donate. I don't. I'm not gonna worship them. I usually don't even comment, so it's like I'm not even there. You gotta be careful, and a lot of these scammers, yeah, they do give a lot of good advice, because a lot of common sense advice, good advice. I'm able to relate to what they're saying, but it's so easy to just say these things like, you're a chosen one because people don't like you. You're a chosen one because you hate the 9 to 5. It's all these things. Just because you hate the 9 to 5 doesn't mean you're a chosen one. Just because you struggle on 9 to 5 doesn't mean you're a chosen one. Just because people ignore you or gravitate to you doesn't mean you're a chosen one. People gravitate to anyone and everyone all over the place. People gravitate to bad people, good people, criminals, abusers. what about domestic relationships where the lady stays? Does that mean the guy or whatever is the chosen one because the lady stays? See, this whole chosen one nonsense, it shouldn't be about what anyone else says. We shouldn't even have to hear anyone's experience. Like if you know yourself, you are the chosen one. If you 100% know, you know you're legit, you're honest, you're all that whatever stuff. You should not need or require someone else to tell you that you are the chosen one. You shouldn't even need to tell people that you are the chosen one. It's really not no one's business. Like, even if you tell everyone you're the chosen one, no one is going to worship you. No one is going to, create a mural of you or give you a statue. No one's going to do that. No one's really going to care. No one's going to care. You're not going to be, recruited by the government. You're not going to be recruited by some aliens or anything. No one's really going to care if you're the so-called chosen one. I think at the end of the day, we're all chosen ones in a sense that we all have an opportunity to do our best and be our best. But I don't think we're all, or most of us, are like the chosen ones. I don't think it's like, I don't know. Who am I making sense? But anyways, I gotta go again for Asgard.